Are you struggling to get your little ones looked after while you're at work? Well, look no further. Nigel's own nursery care enterprise. We've got loads of activities to do, like twister, strip poker, hockey, and one of my favourites, cock or ball. We do weekly themes that all the kids can join in, like Disco Thursdays, wear your underpants to dinner, dress as your favourite prisoner, and more. All meals are made in-house by our very own chef Greg, who recently just joined the team after being let go by Wimpy. And remember to always pack a spare pair of clothes, just in case you get dirty. Children aged 3 to 7, all welcome. Find us on Twitter at NONCE, Nigel's own nursery care enterprise. Costs about £5, but they'll have loads of fun without mum and dad.
Sick of looking like a little fat pig trotter?
Tired of all the funny knocking your back?
Then get your fat heed online
And tune into
Colin Barry's
Online Fitness Power School.
We'll help you
turn your fat, gravy-filled, worthless body
into a fanny smashing powerhouse. Like Keith from Anisford, we helped him get strong enough to kick his granda out of a fence.
Cheers, son. We'll also help Dean from Pegswood get fit enough to spark out 6 drama students with one punch.
Hi, could you tell me where Drama Block is? Fuck off. And we even helped Trevor from Shields Road get so big that he's now so busy rocking lush lasses, he's completely forgot about his wife and 3 kids. Hiya, Dad, remember me? Yeah, do I fuck? So stop making excuses, cause it's time to get
As fit as a cunt.
We'll stream live on YouTube every night after we've finished our tea.
Well, welcome to episode 11 of the Adam and Norm podcast. Norm is not here today, only joking, he's here.
Oh, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
He's live from the toilet.
Adam, what? What we can't talk about?
Oh, nah. Oh, you bastard. Tell you what, that was hard to get out.
Ah, yeah, fucker. Right,
Starting lowbrow entertainment jokes straight away on a podcast.
Yes. Do you know what it is? I've noticed. I don't know if you do this or whether I'm just so into my own appearance. But when we do this, I spend all of my time looking at the little square with me in it.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, on the screen. You look at me and I look at me as well. I don't care about you. I'm talking, I'm watching myself and I'm like, fucking get over yourself. I was saying this to the missus the other day. I was like, you know when you FaceTime someone, do you look at the square with you in or do you look at the bigger square with the other person? It's just I look at the other person. I'm like, I don't. I look at myself. I just keep talking to them and I look at myself. I'm like, hey, I look a bit funny from that angle, and I move the little screen around.
Sometimes I do that on FaceTime, I will admit that. They will admit that. And I sometimes when we are doing this, I do look at the top and look at myself and go, oh, have I got any noodles coming out my face or something like that? You know what I mean? Something daft.
Noodles?
But I don't know. There's something daft. I just check myself out and go, is my cap on properly in that? Because I totally care. And I sometimes go, actually, I'm looking at myself small. He's seen me bigger now. Oh my God, I can't see all the finer details.
On mine, it's not that. It's a bit grainy, to be honest.
Have you shrunk my one down to the smallest one and yours is
Made
the
mine
big one?
bigger. No, mine's tiny. To be honest, I would just get rid of
Way,
mine
I've heard.
if I could, so I didn't get this. Aye, dad jokes. Yeah, I've got a tiny one. Aye, but my screen is the little box with my face in it is very small, and I'm sure people who tune in to listen to this.
I know.
Thinking, cheers, lads. This
great
is
content.
fucking
This
riveting. This stuff. So, Adam, obviously the Queen's just done her speech. What did you think? Did you watch it?
No.
I
don't really watch
good.
any of the. I think I watched the first Boris Johnson speech the first time he did it, and maybe he's heard about the second one. I don't watch them.
I think they're quite interesting, me like.
Oh, they probably are, but I just think, it's a bit of a downer in it. So just
well, the Queen's one was I thought it was good crack. I didn't mind the Queen, me like. I know some.
Oh no,
people
I'm not
don't
saying that. It's just on about the same thing in that again. I'm like, I know what's going on. I'm literally just gonna wait for everyone to post all the shit on Facebook or whatever, and just hear it then, because I'm gonna hear it 1,000 times anyway. So I might as well just listen to it then. But what did she say? Anything good?
I should basically just tell what you've said, everything you already know, and she's just telling
you should give her a bit of a churchill, come get in. Right, that's good.
Yeah,
like
she was she said if she catches anybody out on the street, she's gonna have them brought to Buckingham Palace, and they're going to make these big crosses, and they're going to literally crucify people on the front of Buckingham Palace and have them out there like that. But the only difference is, they said the one difference that they're going to do, just to make sure that that doesn't encourage the spread of the virus, is they're going to put a wagon wheel in everyone's mouth. So they'll just be like, and it'll be nutritional because they'll get a little bit from it and that, but when they get down to the jam in the middle, they know they're fucked. That's it.
Toast.
And that's like a symbol of like Christ, the jam in the middle, and like the blood of Christ.
Oh, the blood, and you're eating. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
So
and the white is the Virgin
stuff,
Mary.
Like, so that's it. The Virgin Mary. Lord Adam's bringing the tone down. Mentioned blood, Virgin Mary. I don't know why, but actually, my mind immediately went to period.
Fuck off.
I'm serious.
And I'm the fucking rough one. I didn't think that. I was just saying Virgin Mary because it was white inside of a wagon wheel and red. White Virgin, you know what I mean?
I thought you were getting at that. That's just nuts. That then,
because that's why they don't.
Me who's totally.
Isn't that why they wear the white wedding dresses? Like when you get married, everyone wears white because it's a sign of like, what do you call it? Like you're a virgin, you're pure.
Yeah.
Because everyone's dead pure these days in white wedding dresses.
Absolutely. Everyone is pure.
What do you reckon the percentage is? Say there's 1 million weddings happened this... Wait, it's not going to happen this year, but say 1 million weddings went on last year. How many out of the 1 million do you think were virgins?
Oh, I reckon probably
7?
about 3. About 3, if that. So, yeah, I think it's just one of these things now, isn't it? Like, it's mad, actually, because society's totally changed. Like, there used to be, like... The tradition used to be, like, you'd obviously meet your partner... You wouldn't have sex. You would, like, court, or you would date.
Court.
You would be courting, and then you would, like, get married, and you'd have sex for the first time on your, like, the night you get married.
To consummate and manage.
Then you would get a house together, right? And then you would have children. Now, people just, like, go out on a Friday night, get someone pregnant... and then
wake up the next morning and go to the registry office and go, how are you, man?
No, I don't even think they do that. Then they get a house, and then when they say, are you getting married, they go, fucking hell, like, I'm not about that, like, and you're like, you fucking kidding? You've got kids, you've fucking got a house together, and you're complaining about getting married. It's like, I know, but it's a bit of commitment, like. It's like, no, actually, the biggest commitment is having children. But so not that it's out wrong. It doesn't matter what order you do it in. But I just think it's kind of nuts that everything now, marriage is like the one right at the end that people are a bit more skitsy about. And I just think that's the fucking easy one, man. That's just a bit of paperwork. You can literally just get it shredded and it's over.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Though when you kind of you get married or whatever, you're like, oh my god, this is it forever, and that this is it, and then you have your kid and you go, fuck me, I was free when I was just married. I could have got out of that. I gotta get out of this. What?
Yeah, that's it. It's mental. And then there's some crazy people out there go in and have another kid, and then they have another one.
Yeah.
And then they have another one. And I take my hat off to those people who've got like 4, 5 kids. I just think, fucking
hell. Troopers, they should be getting fucking MBAs and that, them. Like, you talk about like fucking David Beckham getting an MBA or OBE or whatever he was because he played football and sponsored some charities and that. Like, fuck that. Who's got 5 kids? And they're like, look after them. In fact, looking after them during the coronavirus. Fuck me. They should be awarded.
Totally.
Awarded.
I actually think, I know we're going out on a Thursday night to clap for like the NHS. I think we should also go out on like the Tuesday night or something and clap for all the like parents who are sat at home with like 6 kids. And their heads are just getting braid in 24/7.
Getting braid in with 2, man. With 2. This is
honestly,
week 3 and it's getting rough now, like, but you know what it is? You just gotta get through it.
You've just got to get through. Just do a Rocky. Just do a montage. That's what I do. I just like go, you know what it is? This is getting rough now. I'm going to do a Rocky montage. I mean, lass will be looking at this and she'll be going like, woo, he's kind of hard for his age, me. And I'll just be like shadow boxing and stuff like that on the front lawn and then doing 1 push-up and then eating an egg. And then that's it. Rocky montage.
Just cracking it in your mouth.
Yeah.
We should really do a clap for them people. You know what pisses me off though? I've seen well, you're not on social media. People on social media are going, oh, this is really tough. I'm really bored. I don't know what to do. It's getting really hard now and they've got no kids. I'm like, fuck off. You can have my 2 kids for the day and I'll tell you if you get fucking bored or whether it's got to be tough or not. Like, Imagine having no kids now and being in this. I'd be fucking living it up, like living it up.
Aye.
I'd be like drinking in the garden and that, and watching complete Netflix and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't even fucking do anything. Like every minute.
Aye, well it is.
Dad, I want to change my name.
I tell you what though, just to go back to the whole going outside and clapping, how fucking amazing was it?
Yeah,
it was class
incredible.
where I live. When everyone went out the front door and was clapping, I was like, "This is fucking something else." This, like, it literally like brought a tear to my eye, and I was like getting to the point where
like, leave go. Yeah, Heather, I've got to go in because I'm really cold.
I got total carried away, me man. In my street, people started whistling, so I went out and like we started going, "Fuck it, come on!" What? People started going back in the houses,
like a fucking
and they were like, "Oh, that Buzzcock's lad along there, he's come out now. He's letting his mouth go." I tell you what, I might be exaggerating there. I don't think I swore, but I was at a football match. I was like, "Come on, Keegan!" Totally getting carried away. But I tell you what, it's quite good crack because like the Thursday that just passed, there was people out with pans with their.
We had a bell out. We had, like a bell, like what you do when you get to a hotel or something like that. We had one of them for some reason. I don't know why. And we had Austin out, and he was just going ding, 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 ding. We're clapping.
Well, I'm going to take the next level, me, like, because Zach's got a little drum kit in the loft. So I'm going to get that out and start playing the drums, Phil Collins style. But I think it's good crack. I hope everyone keeps doing it, and it's pretty amazing thing.
It literally is in the top 5 things I ever done. The first time I did it was incredible. That another feeling it gave. I was like, wow, I was totally proud to be British and that. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then people who are doing the NHS and even all the key workers who are still working. Like it's just like incredible. Like so, props to all them. Hats off.
Absolutely, and I think they're just doing a fucking incredible job. And the thing is these people who are going out still, like me and you are taking it total serious. We've got kids in that, so we take it like we've got that extra level of fear, but like or like young children, should I say? But there's people who are just going out and they're like sort of like thinking like, oh, it's alright, that man. No, honestly, you've got to fucking stay in because you're gonna fuck stuff up. Like everyone else who's making the commitment to stay in, you're fucking ruining it for everyone else. If you want it to go away, stay in and it'll die down. You can't just
all
you
got to think of is this as well. And you're heartless if you didn't do this, but if you go out and do this and all hang around in groups and one of us then passes on to one of their family or whatever and it gets on or whatever and they say one of us pick it up, if you give it to your child will be taken off you and taken to the hospital by himself or herself, like alone. You can't go with them, and they'll be there till that. That is fucking awful. Like daunting. Like I wouldn't. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be awful yourself going to do that without your wife and your family and that. So a kid being taken off you and doing that, like people just need to fucking stop it. Like I went to the shops today. I had to pick up a script and
a script.
Prescription
from Hollywood. They sent one in.
The script, yeah, I had to pick up a script. It was some of my lines for one of my films I'm doing in Vietnam. It's called
Dominic's Finger.
No, it's Rambo 11. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's hear a bit of it. Let's have an I want to hear an extract from this movie.
Okay, it was. I'll
feed you your line. Right, you ready?
Okay.
I'll do the line before yours. They sent you here because you were the best. Now, what do you got to say for yourself, soldier?
I am the best. That was it. That's all my own line I've got.
Brilliant.
I know. Well, I didn't pay us very much. I only got 13 quid. So.
Where they filming at Blythe?
Blythe Power Station. Well, where Aliens was thingied. Was it ever even done there?
Nah, was it? Fuck. Nothing's ever been filmed in Blythe. They won't even film Vera in Blythe. Like, they go, oh, we're going to do some Vera in Blythe. And Vera, like, rocks up and goes, are you fucking taking the piss? Blythe? I didn't think so. However, well, I'll do Seton Delaval, but I'm not going to Blythe, like.
We'll just pretend it's Blythe, man. However. No, I was picking up his prescription, so I went into Sainsbury's, and I picked it up. Now I'm like fucking got the rubber gloves on and a fucking mask and that, 'cause I'm taking it serious. Me, like I want anyone fucking more than like 2 meters near me. I'm totally moving out the way. Then they've got it sectioned off so that it's like like a nightclub where you've got like the barriers round and there's like a bouncer on to get in.
Yeah.
To get in, and then on the way out, you go out, right? These 2 people who are in front of us walking out the shop. and some guy was at like the little kiosk getting served. He was like, "Oh, Tony, aye," and he went, "I'll give us 2 seconds." So he quickly paid for his thing. Them two went out into there's like a little lobby when you go through the double doors in Sainsbury's, right? There's a little lobby, then there's other 2 double doors to get out. Right. They sat down in the lobby, and that guy stood in front of them, but he was his distance away, just talking to them. So I literally couldn't get out of the shop. So I stood there, to be like, and he like looked at us like that, and he started to keep talking. I'm like, I didn't want to say like, mate, get the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? I can't get out the shop. There's no other entrance. He just stood there, ignorant as fuck, and I'm like, you fucking twat. So then eventually he moved, and I just walked past him, going, fucking idiots in this shop. So I'm brave and all that. No, it pissed me right off. I'm just like, why aren't people taking it seriously? Or am I overreacting or something?
No, I know what you mean. Like,
I don't want anyone near me.
Well, the thing is, what you need to do is do what I do. When I go out, you've obviously got to take into consideration there might be like little fatties out there. So take a few biscuits in your pocket and just throw a few biscuits across the room, and you'll be like, and you'll be away, and you'll be able to make you run for it. That's what you do. I tell you what it is, right? At the minute, penguins are fucking really in heat. So just throw the penguins out there, and the little fatties just run for them. So that's the best way to do it.
Remember, that's a great tip. That like, was we
I always keep a couple of biscuits in your pocket. That's what I go out the house with now. I take a mask for my face, some rubber gloves, and a couple of penguins. If I haven't got penguins, just take like some some clubs or something like that. Just think on your feet. Do you know what I mean?
That like the club will probably distract them enough, but them walk over and go, oh, it's a fucking club. But then they've moved out of the way in time, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's it. You can get out. And the other thing as well is a club's double wrapped, so that's like it can be confusing for that's so like fat, and like by the time they get the little fat fingers all over the biscuits and that, they kind of get the wrappers off. It's like Adam, imagine trying unwrapping a biscuit with sausages. It's not easy to do. Little sausage fingers like skipping away like on the biscuit wrapper. So
imagine though as well with the penguins as well. I don't know if you're like me, but if I've picked up a penguin, I literally cannot put that down. And if I haven't read the little shitty joke as well, you know what I mean?
I've forgotten to read them actually. I've got them all stored up. I haven't read them for years. I keep them.
Oh, is that what you do? Do you just keep all the packets and that, and then when we come to do the videos and that, and you're gonna, because you said you were gonna do stand up once, weren't you? Just gonna get all the penguin wrappers out and just read the jokes.
That's it. I was just gonna do. That's it. Things gonna be pick up a penguin. That's going to be like the tagline for my stand-up, and then when people turn up, it's just going to be me reading penguin jokes and lollipop stick jokes. I would look. Can you imagine can you remember lollipop stick jokes? Can you imagine if you worked in the factory to do them, and you had the option to like just print one that had it? You could just put like a total edgy joke on. Do you know what I mean? I kind of think of any off the top of your head. So this little kid's just like eating his lolly, and he goes, "Dad, I'll read you the joke," and it's just like fucking totally horrific. It would be class. That I'd frame it, put it in a frame. Be brilliant. Well, I've got a few questions of our amazing listeners.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
So
I've got a couple as well, actually.
Right, well, should we do one from me and then one from you? And then
we'll do that. We sound amazing, that, like, mate. You go first.
Right, I've got one from D. Millet. Right?
Millet.
And he says, what you doing the day the pubs reopen? What we're going to do, when the pubs reopen...
I'll probably be just smashing there, like probably be first in the queue, kick the door, double doors open and that, get up, pull a pint of Guinness and that. Wait, that's too slow actually, wouldn't it? Because they'll be like, well, 2 seconds, sir. I'll probably get the quickest one you get, have a cool as like, fill it up like that, and then I'll down it, get another one and smash it off me heat and just go, yeah, come on, and then just stop partying in the pub.
I thought you would have went in and waited about an hour after I had been open, and then did a video where you go in and lick the toilet seat like that guy who got coronavirus who did that.
Fuck off. I hope he fucking dies. Oh, that's awful, that. Sorry, but yeah,
well, to be fair, I think he's got to come into him like, gan run licking toilet seats and that. What an absolute cockpiece. He's a dickhead. I don't even know if cockpiece is a
even
thing.
If you wasn't even a joke for the coronavirus, what the fuck are you... Did we even talk about this last time? I feel like I've talked about this. What are you licking a toilet seat for anyway?
No,
how many germs and that?
It's just fucking disgusting. And all they just get likes and that. Totally. I don't know what I would do. Like, to be honest with you, if I'd love to come up with some elaborate, funny story, but the real story would be that I'd probably just be walking past the pub and looking in and going, "Ooh, it looks a bit rowdy in there."
No, but that was mine was actually a elaborate story. Blatantly, obviously, if that person hasn't got kids who wrote that question, I ain't fucking going out to a pub. It'll probably be see the pubs we opened in September. I'll probably be there next March or something like that, and go, oh,
That's it.
I get
It
it.
means
This is
nothing
the
to me.
first
The
time.
pub's reopening. I haven't been in a pub for like fucking like about, I don't know, 3 months or something. I go to them like once a month or something like that. But the like rock star me, the rock star me would go in and I'd probably be like, I'd walk in and I'd buy I'd be smoking a rollie like a total proper lighthouse keeper, and then I would like buy everyone in there a drink, and then I would get a couple of chocolate biscuits and throw them in the corner to get rid of all the overweight people.
Overweight.
If you are listening to this and you're a little bit overweight and that, don't take offence to this. It's just
Fucking go and do some exercise, you fat cunt. Bit rough. But I'm only joking. No, but seriously, you should. No, I'm only joking. You can be whatever weight you want. Just
it doesn't matter what weight you are. I think as long as you're happy.
Just
And you stand. Look, this is my thing, right? As long as you're happy and you stand outside, it's all good.
and if you're going on an aeroplane, don't sit next to me.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about like slightly overweight. Yeah, we're talking about like
Criminally obese. Yeah, we're talking about like it's hard to discover whether like a human or like some type of other type of land mammal.
Do you know? Do you know what it is, Adam? I think we're in territory here where we're just going to cut this out.
Yeah, I think we are. Let's carry on.
You do the next question then.
I will do. I had one from a guy called Craig Tuck, who actually is a friend of Heather's and mine.
Sounds like an absolute bellend.
Oh,
I call him Tucker. I'm just kidding, Tucker.
Tucker. He says, what is the most entertaining, unique way of passing the time during this isolation period? Ooh. Myself, I like to I inhale cigarettes and see if I can fart out hoops. So far, it's not going too well.
Yeah. I think a great way to pass your time is by, if you've got eggs, boiling them. So you've got like, a good supply of boiled eggs. Get the eggs back in the podcast. # boiled egg. Get a good supply of eggs. And then when you see people walking down the street and you like open your window and go, are you doing exercise? And if they say, no, I'm not, I'm just going to meet my mate, throw an egg off their face. But because it's boiled, you'll just get that amazing impact shot where it goes, and it literally bounces off the face. And it's just priceless. So
what type do we go, hard boiled or soft boiled? Because soft boiled would be better because it would still be hot, and then when it hits you, the yolk would like lava burn you. Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's it. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and then imagine like years later, and that way he's got like one of them scars like Gorbachev down his face and that, and they go, how do you get that? And he goes, oh, this was in the Great Depression of 2020 when I was out the house and I shouldn't have been, and someone boiled egg my face.
That's it. They've actually I watched a documentary the other day on Netflix, and apparently they're going to start arming the police with boiled eggs. So it's the only way to get through, because obviously there's loads of documentaries already on Netflix about the coronavirus, and yeah, they had like these cops going out, and honestly they're so brave. Like the training they do is insane. Where they've got to like lift, they've got like these boiling hot pans, and they've got to dip their hands in to get the eggs out quickly and that. And you know how you get bullet belts? They've got them with boiled eggs, and they just go out in the street and they're like, "Are you out doing exercise?" And the guy was like, "No, I'm not.
I seen you this morning. You've already been out in your hour."
And they go like, "I've got a boiled egg, I'll use it." And they're like, "Oh, fuck you, man. You're fucking busy." And then they throw these boiled eggs. And honestly, I mean, some of the people who get hit by them, they've got to come and like. But that's it. So that's how I like to spend my time. And obviously, it's such an important use of time, and such a really good use of time, that even the police are doing it now, and they're going to start carrying boiled eggs. So if you see a cop walking down the street with a boiled egg, don't be alarmed. Like the first time I saw a cop with a gun, like walking around Northumberland Street, I was a bit like, fucking hell, that's a bit harsh. Like it's Christmas, but it's next level when you see them carrying boiled eggs.
Boiled eggs, you know there's something going down real big.
You can smell it. You can just smell the fear in the air. It's weird. It smells like eggs.
It smells like. It's very sulphury, isn't it?
It is. It's very, and it's quite salty as well if they've salted the eggs. If they've done them in salted water. So.
And that if you smash the egg off the face, like I said, and like it breaks, and then the molten lava yolk goes on your face. If you get any cuts with the salt going in, you've instantly, you know what I mean. That's extra pain. So that's like having a hollow point in a bullet, isn't it? Where a hollow point actually expands the bullet and bows it up. That's what you do with the salt. It's extra pain. So if you do ask a copper, you got to go, are you putting salt on these? And go, no, not today. No salt.
Apparently, like even Al Qaeda, they started doing like things where they've started putting like resources online to show people how to make like egg bombs, rather than so they're even the terrorists are clicking on that eggs are the way forward. So actually, I would love to live in a world where everyone just egged each other instead of fucking shooting each other and blowing each other up. It would be such a better world. I mean, you'd just be like, oh fuck, I got egged. Fair enough.
Got egged today, like, did you?
Unfortunately, it's just this not the world we live in.
Pushed in the queue in front of an old woman to get a taxi. You deserve that, yeah. It was only soft boiled, like. I mean, it was only hard boiled, like. So I mean, it hurt, but I didn't get any lava burns of yolk burns. Yorkers.
Well, we'll jump on to the next question. This one's from Ems. I assume it's Emma.
Oh, Emma. Just Emma. Oh, Emma.
Well, Ems.
Yeah. Everyone knows that there's a million names in the world, but there's only one Emma in the whole of the world. So
yeah, well, it doesn't have a full name. It's just Ems. And she says, do you think Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Definitely.
100%.
Absolutely, 100%. She fed him to the tigers, and I don't know how you'd ever. I've heard a rumor they're reopening the case. This is off Tiger King, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix, and it's unbelievable. Like, it's just generally. I've seen a lot of Americans talking about it online now because it seems to be going wild. Everyone talking about Tiger King, right? And they're all going, "Whoa, America's weird," and doing this, and I'm like, you're just fucking thinking about that now and finding out that America's weird. You live in the fucker? This is not the weirdest thing I've ever seen in America. To be honest, it's fucking mental, but I totally expect it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's beautiful, that documentary. It's like art.
It
literally, the music videos are just magnificent.
And by the way, the guy came out who did he set up his little jingle for his podcast he does. Was it a podcast or whatever he did?
I don't know.
Well, in the show he shows it. Anyway, they've came out and said that they wrote all his songs for him, so they're claiming them. So they've got millions coming in the banks of royalties, you know what I mean? Because their songs are excellent.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's what some people are doing, though. They're so desperate for a bit of fame. They're like, oh yeah, I wrote that, by the way. Yeah, the songs are all shit. Like, people are laughing at them, man. You fucking idiots. Like, what are you doing, man? It's just like, yeah, well, I want to be the shit person who wrote them. I want people to know that I'm the shit person. Just people to know us, that's it. Well, I think absolutely Carol Baskin killed her husband. And actually, I'm going to take it one level further. I think she killed him and then fucked his dead body on the back of a tiger. And then put him in wherever she put him, the sewage tanks or whatever. I don't know. She definitely killed him.
Meat grinder, wasn't it? A meat. She didn't say, "Oh, we've heard your mince went well. That was too small to get a human body." And I'm like, that sounds like you've actually attempted to do that, and then realised, oh fuck, I'll feed him to the tigers.
She's just like, it's just too, like, he just went missing. Ooh, like, that's just crazy.
All the insurance policies and everything like that, and all the things which was all with it. I was just like, this is how that didn't go through investigations and that, like, bigger ones. It's just beyond belief. No, it's not. It was in America, and that happens all the time. It's stupid. So yeah, that's the answer to your question, Ems. Hope that that's good enough for you. I'm sure you think exactly the same, like everyone else.
Yeah.
Do you want me to ask another question?
Yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Will you take your top off? Sorry, that was just a personal question for me. Can't see you. I got a. He actually is doing it. Wow, sexy.
When it comes to making whiskey, we know a hell of a lot about what it takes to make a great one. That's why we still follow the same recipe that my granddaddy created way back in 1923. We don't care about gimmicks or popularity. We only care about making the best goddamn whiskey this side of Texas. So if you're a real man, you're looking for a real drink, head down to your local liquor store and ask for a bottle of Mama's Pussy. I guarantee you will not regret it.
Welcome to the semi-finals of the Jogging World Championships with me, Steve Ramsey. We're here in Arcade Lane just north of Newcastle to talk to our teams. First up, Colin and Hazel from Chopwell.
All right.
Hi.
Good evening. So, what is it like having home field advantage in the first leg of this tie?
Well, it certainly helps having friends and family there to support with. But, we need to get off to the right start. Hazel's been practicing very hard all week to try and fit me and the gear stick in simultaneously, so it's just whether we can get it right on the night.
Yes, indeed. Very different to what it is in training. Remembering you're not going to be able to use lube.
That's right, but we will be using some huckle, so that should keep things running smoothly, but we'll see.
Yes, we will. And for the away team, we have Ronald and Hilga from the Netherlands. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, last year's finalists. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, but I'm guessing you probably made that change to the electric windows this time round.
Yes. Of course. We were very unlucky last year, as I'm sure you'll remember. But opening that window with my rectum was extremely difficult, and of course I put myself out of action for about 6 months, but I'm fine now, so very confident. And I've been shaving up my balls full for a month, so it's gonna get messy, let's say.
Excellent, yes. Well, the crowd certainly seems up for it today, so I think we're ahead for a really good matchup. And now it's time to get straight back to the studio in time for this spit-off.
I got a question from someone called... Wait, his handle is Gareth is on it.
Ooh,
right?
Gaza.
And he's from Sunderland. He's a Macum. And he actually didn't type this question. He sent it as a voice message to me. So
ooh, that's
chill
a bit
out.
Spicy. Gets a bit extra points for that.
Tech savvy, isn't he?
We should have played his voice message. Maybe we could.
I was going to do that, but he was going like, "Hey mate, do you want to hang around and I don't know."
Typical Magnum. Do you want to hang around? Will it be my friend? Do you want to hang around, mate? Oh, can I come round yours, mate, and sleep over, mate?
That Norman kid's pretty cool. Like, can I have his skin inside of mine? Oh, right. Anyway,
his skin inside of mine. That is next level poetry. That Adam.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, he said basically. He said, who have the worst Chavas that you know of round? But he says, basically, is it Newcastle or Sunderland? And if the second question onto that would be, who would win in a fight between the roughest Chava in Newcastle and the roughest Chava in Sunderland? So, going back to the worst Chavas, obviously it's going to be Sunderland because they're just disgusting people. Sorry, I'm only joking. Some of you know, though.
To be honest with you, I don't know any, I just know the Chavas from, Newcastle, the ones that I've seen. I've never really... I don't even think I've ever been to Sunderland, ever. I've never spent any time in Sunderland. I've been to South Shields.
I always thought Sunderland was like a Shelbyville, off The Simpsons, where there's Springfield and then the Shelbyville, and it's exactly the same to shitter. That's what it... Sunderland just seems to be like that to me. It's what Newcastle, but just shitter.
I just thought it was a massive shithole, and I just didn't think it was worth going to.
It's not really.
That's what everyone told me, and I just thought, that sounds like good advice, I'll just stay away. So I've been to other cities in the country and that, but I've never been to Sunderland. It's there, it's close by, but it's just got nothing. Why would I go to Sunderland? So I've never seen any Chavas in Sunderland. I mean, I've met a few Macums in my time, and most of them are just pretty irritating, to be fair.
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
Yeah,
they are though, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, the ones I met were.
Nah, I don't think they are. There always used to be that thing when you're born in Newcastle and you're like, oh, you got to hate everyone from Sunderland and I just never really did. I don't really care. Whoever's nice to me, I'm nice to them, you know what I mean? They're all right. But I haven't been to Sunderland loads. I've been to a concert at the stadium before and I've been clubbing to it once and it was all right. And I've kind of been
Adam backtracking
there. Yeah, I love
Adam's
it.
Got shares in Sunderland.
No, my mum was born there. Nah, she wasn't really.
No, I'm being deadly serious. Like, I've got nothing against Sunderland at all. I don't really know much about Sunderland. I've never spent any time there. I've met a few people from Sunderland and they were pretty irritating, and that's it. But there's only a few. I mean, I'm not going to like base my whole opinion on people from Sunderland on that. But I've never met a Chova from Sunderland. I've never even seen one. So they could be completely exactly the same as the ones in Newcastle, or they could be totally different. So I don't really know if I can answer that question. But what I would say is that there's no way anyone from Sunderland's going to beat someone from Newcastle, is it, at anything?
Exactly.
Not even a fucking egg and spoon race.
Exactly. The only thing that would probably beat someone from Newcastle is probably getting their family pregnant, like their own family.
Their own family. Oh, but I can get me mum pregnant faster than you. That's fucking awful, lad.
It is,
yeah.
but sorry about that. If that answers your question, Gareth, I hope that's good for you. I think we might have just rinsed Sunderland for a while on that, but even though we've got quite a lot of people from Sunderland who love this podcast.
But Sunderland have got good
stuff,
crack, man. They love the banter.
Yeah.
They do. Mm-hmm. They'll love the crack. I think there's probably a bit more crack there and they can take a bit of a joke. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Right. Well, we'll jump on to this next question. This one's from Wadey.
Oh, I know Wadey, Mark Wadey was in my at school. He said he was
because he introduced himself as, I'll read lads, Wadey here, Mark Young, in brackets.
Oh, it is Mark. Yeah, he said he did message me and says I think someone wrote something on Facebook saying, oh, I love the podcast and that's brilliant. And then he came on and said, oh, I'm loving it. I've gone for all episodes. He says, I'm going to ask you a question, but I want you to stand up and shout it out.
Right, well, it's took a while to get to it, but I've got it. Well, the cheeky fucker has sent 3, actually, so...
Oh, fucking hell. It's like that Andy Jackson again, isn't he? And that, asking 3 questions and stuff.
Right, question 1. The year is 1999. At the first British Soap Awards, everybody is fucked up on free drinks and lines of coke. Suddenly, a fight erupts. It's Grant Mitchell from EastEnders versus Barry Grant from Brookside. Oh. Who the fuck would win?
It's a toughie, that, like.
Is Barry Grant the one who actually went to prison? Is that the one with the proper Scouse one? Like I was going to do a Scouse accent there and it would be terrible. All right, Barry.
All right, Barry, Terry, Barry. There was Terry and Barry. Barry would be Grant Mitchell, by the way, straight up, because Grant Mitchell's probably one of the hardest people in the world, isn't he?
Is Grant Mitchell the one who's like, I used to be...
Yeah, I punched a horse once. Yeah, that's him. He's he's one of the hardest people ever, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure that there was I heard a story that, Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. Mike Tyson was originally going to come and fight Grant Mitchell instead of Bruno. Do you remember at the time when they had that peak fight? But he bottled it. He bottled it and said he wouldn't do it unless it was against Frank Bruno instead, because he heard how tough Grant Mitchell was, and he obviously thought that his brother Phil would have came along and tag team him, because you can tag team in boxing.
Didn't Phil Mitchell though? It's because there's Grant Mitchell who went off and did did all the gang stuff, but didn't Phil Mitchell stay in there? And then wasn't there a thing about him actually getting beat up off his wife?
No, he went dogging.
Oh right, I must have got that mixed up. You see, I always thought he ended up having like a thing where his wife was like beating him up and that.
He might have done, I don't really know.
Maybe it was part of the dogging. Maybe that's what it is. Like their thing was like, in car 3, there's like a couple and she like beats the shit out of him and then like puts like old fashioned wooden dildos up his arse or something.
Oh, got a splinter inside of my rectum.
Yeah, so there's your answer. I think Grant Mitchell is going to be the winner of that one.
Grant Mitchell's, he's got to be. He's like, I don't know, they're just the Mitchell brothers, aren't they? They're tough and all that. You know how tough they are. They've got they were millionaire empires and they just lived in Albert Square and that one thing and only did businesses and side things. Because obviously you're making £1 million from people who just fucking work at a market and that. They've got any money to fucking spend.
Yeah, I can't fucking stand soap operas, and do you know what it is?
Fucking sick.
Look, I cannot deal with people. One of the best things to come with the coronavirus is that the fact that they can't film soap operas. I'm fucking loving it. I hope EastEnders doesn't come back. If you're a fan of EastEnders and you're listening to this, just fucking honestly, just fucking didn't leave the house. Just stay in. Like, the coronavirus isn't going away. We'll just never want to see you again. Just fucking...
I had a theory about soap operas. I had a theory that they made soap operas to depress people and stick them into the house so that they cannot really just do anything in the world. It kind of just depresses you to... It's rubbish. It's just so
shit.
monotonous
That's
shit.
Totally shit.
Now, who would ever move to Albert Square? Come on, man. It's had about fucking 4 serial killers. There's been rapists. There's fucking paedophiles. There's people just all hang around the market and that. It's about 35 pub owners. They fight all the time. There's criminal gang law. It's just...
There's always someone getting raped on Christmas Day.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Merry Christmas. Hey, well, Dad, what do you reckon I can get this Christmas? Well, yeah. Hey, if you're lucky, you might get raped on the square.
Honestly, every fucking time Christmas Day,
I don't know why I wasn't
and there's
Cockney.
like stuff coming on, and it'll always show you someone in the square outside the pub, or it'll be like the New Year's Eve celebrations. There'll be fireworks going off, and someone will either be getting shot or raped in the fucking thing, and it's the same thing every year. And you just think, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why? Like, life is depressing enough. Who the fuck wants to sit and watch some Cockneys fucking in a fucking shit pub fucking have fights with each other and fucking like just hang up? Who wants to watch Cockneys in the first place, man? I tell you what is, if they made EastEnders, right, but they did it in the northeast, it'd probably be a bit of crack. Because, like, it would have, like, New Year's Eve and, like, Buzzcocks would come in. He'd, like, have loads of pills for everyone. He'd have all the old people, like, dancing in that. And they'd all be like, "How are Terry?" And he'd be like, "Whoa, me heart can't take it." We'll be like, "How are we'll slow the beats down for you, man. We'll proper calm your heart down." No, I was going to say, if someone's listening to this and they've got tons of money, like, give me an adamant and we'll make EastEnders set in the northeast and we'll make it a bit of crack. Mm-hmm. So there you go. We'll call it North Bastards.
North Bastards.
Fucking right, aye.
But imagine, I don't know if you've ever checked them websites when you go to move a house, you like can do a street thing to see if there's any crime in the street, just to see what it's like and that. Obviously, I haven't done it yet because I kind of know Cramlington anyway. But imagine you did one, the people who did it before they moved into the Albert Square and that. Oh, we'll just go on that thing. Oh, 17 rapes, 4 murders.
All on Christmas Day.
Arson in the pub 4 times. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Should we get moved in? Yeah, of course. 300 grand for a flat. Oh, who are you renting off? Oh, Phil Mitchell.
I love the fact as well they brought a nightclub into it. I remember pissing myself when I like flicked through the channels once and then they were in a nightclub, but it was the shittest nightclub ever. There was like 3 people in. The music was so low and I was just like, that's not a nightclub. In a nightclub, the reality it is that everyone's walking around going like, who's farted? It fucking stinks. Because that's all nightclubs are now. You just walk in there and all you can smell is fart. It's just loads of beer farts everywhere.
That was after the smoke, when it was smoking ban. That was when we remember we used to smoke in the pub. And then the time when they banned it. And then about fucking 4 weeks later, I was just like, oh, I think I preferred it when people smoked in here and I got cancer because I can literally just smell everyone's farts.
It's awful. And there's like times where like you could go over and you could like be in a total like loud nightclub. The music would be total blare and it would stink to smoke and you could literally go over and chat a lass up and fart right next to her and she wouldn't even realise you did it.
Just get a tab out and spark it up. What are you sparking up for? No.
That's it. Do you want a tab?
So if anyone was in the 90s and someone sparked up in front of you, it's because they farted.
That's it. I tell you what it is. It's a lighthouse keeper trick. That's what they always do. Whenever they fart, they get a tab out, a rollie. So that's what I would do. So, and then it all went up in smoke when the bloody banned smoking in the pubs, which I think was a good thing, but not good for going out clubbing. Like, it just stinks of fart now. So I reckon, EastEnders is just a load of shit.
To be honest, you haven't been out clubbing in a while. I think the fart smell's eventually gone.
Has it? I
Yeah,
don't
I think
believe it.
so.
I just do not believe it. It will always smell of fart as long as they're selling beer and there's men in there drinking it, loads of it, and just fucking farting like they're just like cattle.
No, but they don't do that though. They don't. The lads. No, the lads drink like cocktails and do their eyebrows and like do all that sort of stuff now, so they don't actually drink beers properly.
Well, maybe it's the working men's club. Honestly, if you went into a
that
working
smells
men's
of
club
fart.
and just
Oh,
lit
aye.
an unlit match, you'd fucking probably blow the place up. They'd be like, "Tony, do you have
Oh,
a
you've
fucking
got your
light a
card.
match in
Who's
your
got the
fella?
card? Come in. Didn't bring me matches in, I'm telling you.
We've had egg cress sandwiches the other day. It'll go up like a fucking bomb."
Oh, you bastard. Get him out.
So Wade's got one last question.
Oh fucking
And he
hell!
says,
How are we,
"And
man?
oh, hang on a sec. I only did his first one, man. I've totally missed out. He's got 2 more. This fucker, right? His second one. If you are arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
That's difficult for me. Like I don't know.
What about Wadey? Should we try and see if we can guess what what
Wadey?
his
I would
family would
probably,
think?
Basically, been touching up someone, but really he was just trying to smell their farts. And he got too close, and they're like,
I
"Are
thought
you
you were
touching
gonna
my
say
arse?"
something
He's
else
going,
there.
No, that was it. Just sniffing their farts. Because that's what he used to do in school. He used to sniff people's farts out their arse to get high. Didn't open the cheeks that much, man. No. Oh, that's a proper creamy on that one.
You're wasting it. You're wasting it, man. Keep your legs
man.
crossed.
That's got two people's worth on there, man.
Yeah, get us a straw. Get us a straw.
That's coming out the top. You've nipped it, man. Put your finger on the top.
Nip it. Blow back. Do you want a blow back? No thanks.
Whoa, that's rough, that leg.
It's proper rhythmical, that leg.
Probably being aggressive, beating someone up would be mine. Nah, it wouldn't be really. I don't know why I said that. I'm just trying to sound cool. That's not even cool. Yeah, I beat people up. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what anyone would think if I got arrested. People would probably think that I was.
I'm not crimey at all, mate. Like, I'm like just good. I like the bit nice. Hiya. I probably was too nice to someone and slapped.
Slap them on the bum. You're probably like slapping old men on the bum. That's what Adam would get locked up for. Adam, what were you get? Why'd the police like lock you up in that? Oh well, like little Terry who goes down to the church. Well, I saw him on his way home and he looked like he was struggling with his shopping, so I gave him a little quick slap on the arse and he pressed charges.
Last time I buy him some braces. Right, come on.
Right, question 3. And finally, if animals could talk, which would be the funniest / rudest?
Got some good
animals.
questions, haven't he?
He's got some detailed ones there, like.
Can we wade this out a little bit so we can think of something funny and then just
Wade. Is that because this guy's wadey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wading it out. We're wading into deep waters here.
That's another Oh, God, yeah.
That's awful. I'm just going to pick a one. I reckon parrots. Parrots are quite rude anyway, aren't they? They tell you to fuck off and that.
I fucking suck a dick.
I'm sure there wasn't the one we were at school, wasn't the one of the dealers had a parrot and the parrot used to shout busies and it used to say shit deal or like deal shit and stuff like that.
I reckon it would be a fox because I proper sly them. Like I reckon it would be like just like having start like fingering you or something like that and then just like stand there and go, it wasn't me, like
sniff me paws, mate, it wasn't me. Smell me
paws.
Go
to a shop and all that and just put some like a whisper up its arse or something like that and go, what you looking at, man? I'm done now.
A whisper. And then put it back on the shelf though. Wrap it back up in that and put it back on the shelf and then just wait for someone to
wonder who's going to buy that.
Get it.
See you later. And the fox just winks. Dink. And walks out.
Foxes are pretty sly, like. I reckon I'm going to say parrots are probably going to be the funniest in reality. But I suppose they can talk. So it doesn't really like help the question, does it? He's saying if animals could talk. He hasn't really thought this through, actually, because some animals can talk, like parrots can talk. So I've just picked the obvious one there. So let's rule parrots out. I'm going to say, I tell you what, I think would be an interesting...
I like the way you're down talking this to yourself. Like, I fucking didn't pick a parrot, mate, and I've already had a go. You made the mistake. Correct yourself and carry on.
Right. Well, what I was going to say is, I didn't think this would be the funniest or the rudest, but I think it would certainly be an interesting conversation. And I think we'll be having a conversation with, what are them ones with the dead long necks? With the little antlers? They've got like little spikes coming out their head. Giraffes, aye. Those, I reckon giraffes. That would be...
You said that as if it was some fucking galactic space creature or something like that. It's a giraffe.
Yeah, but I just forgot what they were called.
Oh, right.
A giraffe, right? Imagine having a conversation with the giraffe. I think they just look like they'd be a bit like, "Are you alright? How we doing in that?"
I don't trust giraffes, me, like.
Oh, I do, like. I think they look like they'd be wise and they'd be like, kind of like, they'd probably be like, sort of like, they'll never learn, will they? Fucking dafties.
Daft cup.
Still Ganoot, man. Haven't got their masks on. Haven't got a blow on. You'll never learn. Aye, so
we
I think
catch
giraffes
Newt, see now how we are.
Aye, that's it. Actually, I just thought there, giraffes, do you reckon they do like oral sex? Like they reach around and that, like with their heads?
I would have thought so. Like they probably bend their neck out, like do a 360 run, like spin and run with their neck, and then suck them off. Do they have dicks?
I just thought actually they are probably one of the one species of the male species that can probably suck themselves off.
I always just think giraffes are female. I don't know why.
That's because you're a fucking idiot. Nothing is just female. Every species. Actually, that's a lie. Some of them are. There is actually. They're not females, are they? They're like.
Welcome to the fact corner. Come on, carry out. What's
It's
this
the
fact? What one?
fact corner. Well, there's some species out there that actually aren't male or female. They're actually
What?
females.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral,
No.
yeah.
What,
don't
what
identify
animal is
as
this
anything.
like? What,
I don't know.
what animal?
Little.
Are you
froglets
thinking
or
of
something like that.
seahorses because seahorses give
Oh, yeah,
birth or something like
seahorses.
that? But they
Yeah.
are still male. It's
Yeah,
just a
that
birth
might
thing
be
or
it.
whatever. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Again, these facts are amazing. I don't know.
Right, that's it. That's fact
I
corner.
don't know
done.
why don't we do? Why don't we just don't do a fact podcast?
Maybe what I should do is say, is there anything you'd really like some facts about on the next one? And then people can send in some questions like, a bit like Games Master. I'm stuck on level 7. How do I get past the little goblin with the sword?
Well, I'll tell you. If you press 5569 XXX and press 11, Mario will come out and rape you.
Yeah. Right, well, that's all my questions done.
Cool.
We've been milked dry by your friend Wadey.
That's all right. What's your highlight of your week? What you been doing this week? What you been doing? Don't know the highlight of my week.
Owen.
You know them Apple earpods?
Oh, yeah.
Heather got some of them. They're fucking brilliant. Anyone who hasn't got them, go out and get them. They're class. I
Yeah.
expect you've got them, have you?
I've got them, aye.
I knew you would have them, like. I knew you would
Yeah,
have them,
good.
like. No, but so we sat in the garden with a glass of wine the other night, and she had one in and I had the other. She was controlling the music. And I never thought this would ever happen, but I went to the toilet and sat down, and I was just at the toilet listening to I like to move it, I like to move it, and I've never sat in the toilet and listened to that before. It's just something unique what happened to me. I never
was a
thought in my
highlight for
life
you?
I'd ever say, yeah, it was.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you do
ever sat
City
in the-
Down Wheeze?
Some in my house, I do sometimes.
Oh, fucking
yeah.
hell. We've just lost listeners there.
I just
We've just lost listeners there, mate. City
If
Down
I'm going
Wheeze.
if I'm going to someone else's house or I'm out in public, no, my own house I do. I'm lazy. I just sit down and go, nah, whatever. Can't be bothered.
City
Sit
Down
on my
Wheeze, man.
phone.
I kind of deal with City Down Wheeze with lads. I just didn't
Can you
get
not?
it. I reckon there's loads of young lads do it now, though, with their little, like, shaped eyebrows and that, doing City Down Wheeze. But I just kind of do it. I mean, think about, like, the men on the battlefield, like, back in the day. Do you reckon they were doing City Down Wheeze?
Well, of course I would, so they wouldn't get... If you stand up, your head's gone in it. That's where they started doing City Down Wheeze. World War Two, World War One, even.
They were hard as fuck, man. They just stood up. They were running around with just their dicks out, pissing on each other. And that.
Well, I can't really do that. I mean, who said that? I got fucking wrong off head off I doing it last time. Put it
Yeah.
away, man. You go to the toilet and sit down.
So that was the highlight of your week, then. Mm-hmm. That's good. It is quite good. Those the AirPods are quite good. Like it's a bit magical when you use them for the first time when there's no wires in that, but. It's just because they're so small as well, and the fact that they're both like keep in sync and that they don't go
I think
out of
it's
sync.
Siri works
It's good.
better on them and everything like that. It's really, really good doing that. That's good.
It is, aye. They're good. And it's class the design because the charge in the little packet that they go in, you know, the little box that you flick open and you put them in, and it's got like a really satisfying little click when you close it. It's super satisfying
really
that. Like, you just know that that's Apple one. You just close it, you go, oh, 'cause you could just do it a million times and just literally, like, actually get your dick out and start playing with it while you're doing it. You go like, oh, that sounds fucking, read that, like, that sounds kind of fucking cool, that, like.
Don't get Norman started on Apple anymore. Yeah.
That's just me getting a bit aroused by the fact that the click sound on the Apple AirPods sounds nice. Yeah, well, the highlight of my week was probably just watching Netflix and watching some murder documentary. So that was it, really.
Sounds
That's
good.
just me. That's me. I'm trying to think, actually. I think I watched the last of Tiger Kings this week. So that was like
did
my
you?
highlight, like finishing that. It was good.
You text me and said that you covered yourself in pseudocreme and was just running around your house with your dick out.
Yeah, well, I do. The thing
Because you
is,
said it was safe
Mm-hmm.
wearing the pseudocreme because it's disinfectant and it's good for your skin and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Pseudocreme is mint, though, isn't it? I've been using it on my finger because I cut it a
On me
little bit, so
finger.
I thought I'd use that. In fact, you know what it is? If you are on a desert island and we're using, like, taking 5 items, pseudocreme along with food, water, and, like, obviously a bit of shelter, that's all you need. If you just brought pseudocreme, because it's so good, that, isn't it, really?
yeah,
If you think about it.
It's cream in it.
It's- No, but it's good, though, if you want to cut yourself when you're on a desert island. What would you take if you had 5 things you could take to a desert island? Just cut out all this, not like food and all that. Like you can take like anything else.
I'd probably take a crossbow.
Crossbow, aye.
So I can hunt.
Obviously.
But you can obviously go and get your arrows and reuse them. Yeah. I would take probably an issue of Clout. Can you remember on my stag do, someone bought a porn mag, and inside it came with a supplement porn mag, and the porn mag was actually called Clout. And I remember someone at the back, that was Gaz at the back of the bus, he was like, "Who's got Clout?" And like Mackie was at the front, and he was like, "Oh, I've got it." And he was like, "When you're done with Clout, pass it back here." Aye, so I'd probably take an issue with Clout, which was it was a smaller supplement that came with like Razzle or something like that. So I've got a crossbow, I've got a porn mag. Obviously, I'm going to leave it on the desert island in the forest for someone else to come and find. I'd probably take I'd probably take a lighter. And
is that for your rollies?
I'd take some Rizzler. And I'd probably take Crocodile Dundee on video. So that would be everything I've got. And by the end of my trip on there, I'd probably be like in love with Paul Hogan, who was Crocodile Dundee, because he'd be the only face I'd see. So there you go. Oh no, I've got the girls in Clout. How could I forget?
Oh yeah. I'd still probably go for Paul Hogan, to be honest.
You know what it is? You know how you can make like little puppets out of paper? I'd probably end up making porn with like little puppets. One of them would be Crocodile Dundee, and then it'd be like the girls out with Clout, and they'd be like, "Oh no," and to have them like, yeah. So that would
and
be
imagine
how
you were stuck there,
myself.
and then someone came out to rescue you in a helicopter and there's caught you in the thingy going fucking porn puppets and fucking Crocodile Dundee.
It's better than fucking getting caught with your dick in Sudocrem like you would be.
Fuck off.
You'd be balls deep in Sudocrem. Yeah, we found him. He's went crazy. He's just he's fucking up with his balls in Sudocrem. Like, we've tried to take it off him, but he'll just not give it up.
I do sitting at a desk like Tony Montana with just lines of Sudocrem. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with the best.
That would be quite good, actually, to remake that and just do it with Sudocrem. Imagine doing a line of Sudocrem, though. That would probably fucking break your head.
I've done one, Paul. It's pretty rough, like.
Did one back in the day in the 90s, man. Everyone was doing it in the 90s.
Yeah, man, I never had dry skin for 4 years.
It was a proper antiseptic buzz. Well, I tell you what it is, mind. I was thinking this week. Can you remember we did that skit about Baker Grove?
Aye.
Well, I was thinking about the time when I was actually on Baker Grove. I know we've talked in one of the other ones about when I was on Give Me Five. But
Were you on Baker Grove as well?
I never talked about the time when I was on Baker Grove, I was on Baker Grove. I wasn't really in it much, but I went there for one day, and I was there. And it's funny, actually, because Barry Thomas was there with us as well. And it was like our class went to Baker Grove to like do some filming, and you were going to be in Baker Grove, so you were like an extra, so you like just fucked around in the background. And I remember me and Barry Thomas were in the green room. At least I think it was Barry Thomas. Barry, if it wasn't you, I'm sorry, I'm just totally like fucking making this up. But I was with someone, I'm almost certain it was Barry Thomas, and me and him were like having crack, and we're making each other laugh. And Angel, can you remember Angel out of Baker Grove? She was like the blonde lass.
Yes.
A bit of a resting bitch face she had. She was a bit like grumpy. She was like the kind of... She was one of the people in one of the girls in Baker Grove. Well, me and my mate were like having crack, and she was trying to watch Home and Away, and it was on the TV. Right? And it got to the point where Angel out of Baker Grove went, "Used to.
Wanna see me flaps?"
She went, "Used to. If you don't shut up, you'll never work on the Grove again." We just fucking started pissing ourselves laughing at her. Like, we were like, "You're fucking kidding, aren't you? Baker Grove, man. It's not fucking cool being here. It's just better than being at school. We couldn't give a shit about being on Baker Grove again." It was just funny. It just reminded us of when we were there, and I just thought, I can't believe we got told off by Angel and just threatened her with, "You'll never work on the Grove again." She obviously got high up connections with Jeff. So
Yeah, what do you mean, man? Get off the Grove.
I wonder if she threatened a lot of people on the Grove like that, though. You know what I mean?
She did. There's
I don't know if she
a
did.
thing going forward. You know, like what happened with the with Savile, with this like the Savile and what's that called, Operation U-Tree or whatever like that. There's a one with her about what she's been. You know what I
Because
mean?
people would talk over episodes of Home and Away, and then she would kick off with them and threaten them with not having a career on Biker Grove. Which, to be honest with you, I'm devastated about. Like, I wish I'd fucking took that advice, but we just kept on laughing and messing on, and she wasn't lying. We never went on the Grove again. We were never there again. But that's because we didn't want to fucking go back, to be fair. But it was just a one-time thing. But I think she thought,
not being clever there. I don't think you were going back again because Angel said you'd never work there again. Not that I knew you wanted to.
No, definitely not. The thing is it's such a small world, right? Somebody listening to this podcast will know the girl, the actress who played Angel on Biker Grove. I'm almost certain of it because the world is that small. She might even listen. I doubt she listens because we've only got 13 listeners. But someone will know her. And they'll probably say this to her and she'll be like, oh, yeah, him. I remember him. Well, I was fucking telling the truth. He was a little dick and he didn't get on the Grove again. So where's he now? Oh, he's nowhere. He's absolutely nowhere. He's just a little fucking dick who does a podcast that no one listens to. So you are absolutely right. But there you go. So there's a little bit of trivia for you.
I love that.
Have you got any trivia, Adam?
Put us on the spot.
Anything interesting? Anything
one
showbiz?
time, I was on Blue Peter. I went on because I had to teach the dog. You know the dog? I had to teach that how to ride a bike. And that was about it.
Did you manage to teach the dog to ride the bike?
No, we did actually, but we're in the green room at the back and we're sitting there. And do you remember Andy Peters?
Yes.
He was in the green room and I was teaching the dog how to smoke in the green room and he gave us wrong. He says, you will never, ever get on Blue Peter again for doing that. And guess what? I never got on again.
The fucking dogs on Blue Peter are pretty fucking sly, like. Because the dogs, I remember watching Blue Peter once, and one of the dogs, someone put it was like the old days, you know, when people used to be on TV smoking, and some guy was on Blue Peter and he put 20 Regal down on the table, and the dog just came over and he saw its paw come up onto the table and just slide the box open and just took up 3 tabs out and then just slide it closed again. And the guy looked at the dog and the dog just showed its teeth, and he went, "Oh, you're upsetting Rupert the dog." And,
I will say that probably was down to me teaching it how to smoke in the green room, so I am very, very sorry for that happened on Blue Peter. But just to carry it on, was Andy Peters ever on Blue Peter?
I don't know.
Who is Andy Peters as well?
Andy Peters? Isn't Andy Peters the guy who used to do the broom cupboard?
Doesn't
Andy Peters still do... isn't he recently been on...
is he Gordon the Gopher one?
Andy
or was that
Peters?
Philip Schofield?
No, Philip Schofield was
Ed the
Gordon
Duck?
the Gopher. Ed the Duck, yeah. He's
that
the
him?
guy basically who hasn't aged at all.
Is he on something else? Like
He's on Ant and Dec as well, isn't
Ant
he?
and Dec,
Wasn't he
was
doing the
it?
door-to-door thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't aged at all. He just looks like he's just been
musclier.
drinking fucking... he's just musclier. I can't deal with when people just get older and musclier. I think, fuck off, man. Hide somewhere. Because everyone else is just getting older and fat. You're getting older and more muscly and it's fucking pissing us off. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers are the same. Like those guys, they just I mean, they look pretty ropey. Their faces and that, because they've had drugs injected into their eyes and stuff. But they've got they're still muscly and skinny and that.
Aye, because they eat all they do is eat grass and stuff like that, don't they? They do.
Aye. Right. Well, I tell you what, Adam. I think that's about it. So, are you gonna ask us one last question or do one last thing before we end this crazy podcast?
If you could have one superpower,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Probably the ability to freeze time.
Why? What would you do?
I would probably just, whenever I felt like I was tired, I would just freeze time and get some more sleep. Yeah, that would be it. That's how boring my superpower would be. So I wouldn't.
So you would waste a full superpower on that? Why wouldn't you just go, my superpower is that I never get tired?
Because I've been through having a kid and being a tired parent, and if there's anything you ever wanted, then it was just to be able to just freeze time and go, no, I'm freezing time and I'm just fucking going back to bed and I'm going to lie in bed. And then, like, even when you've got, like, things to do, like, you get up in the morning, you just think, I've got so much to do and I need to, like, get going now. You could just freeze time and just sit there for, like, 8 hours and just watch some stuff on Netflix while everyone's frozen. You could walk to the shop and just take things out the shop and no one would even know. Just be brilliant.
Good.
And then you could just kind of go, actually, Ari, then how it will unfreeze. There you go. Boom. Back to normal. Everyone carries on. They're like, oh, you're looking good. And you're like, yeah, nah. I'm looking fresh-faced on. I've been fucking awake for about 6 days, man. I've had it all frozen.
You've just been watching that thing from the 80s, 90s, and with that lass, isn't it? Would you like to swing on the top star? And she puts her fingers together to freeze time. Do you remember that?
Aye, that's it. Is that what I can't remember it, but I'm all about that. Put me fingers. But you know what it is? Maybe we could do it where it was like...
Put your dicks together. Like docking. That's what it's called, docking.
You and the blue
Put
Peter
your
dog do
foreskin
it.
over someone else's foreskin, docking.
Do you ever
That's how
think,
you
though,
freeze time. That's the only way you could do it, though. You have to get another superhero who had the same one. Oh, I have to find someone else who can freeze time, and you have to dock your dick, put your foreskin over.
And you've got to try and convince them. No, honestly, we can freeze time if we do this. And they're like,
think so,
fuck.
mate.
Oh, yeah, that would be excellent. That.
If anyone has got anyone walking up to the park after this podcast and someone asks you to do that, honestly, it will not freeze time.
Have you ever thought that sometimes, like, there could be, like, some kind of magical thing or, like, a power like that, right? Where you talk about, like, being able to freeze time, but you've got to do the most obscure thing to activate it, and just no one's ever done it before. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, actually, like, it might be, like, actually, scientists have found out now, if you dock dicks with a tiger, it actually makes you live forever.
So if them photographs ever come out of Norman, that's all he was trying to do. That's all he was trying to do,
live
everyone.
forever.
So he's making his
so that's
excuses
it.
now.
No, but do you ever thought that, like, there might be things out there where people are like, because obviously, like, when
There's a
they're
formula
like,
to
find,
do
like,
something.
there's a formula.
Yeah.
So, like, this COVID-19 thing, someone's going to figure out, like, the blueprint and then re-engineer it and figure out how to beat it. And it's just going to be something like obvious that they go, oh, it won't be obvious to us because we're just fucking idiots doing a podcast, but it'll be obvious to science. It'll be like X, Y, Z.
Right, we found out how to stop COVID-19. You have to dock dicks with someone. That's the only way possible.
Aye, well, that would be it. It would be brilliant. So, but I often think, like, wonder if you could unlock superpowers by just simply doing very trivial acts that are just a bit obscure.
Hey, you might be onto something there. So,
Well, Adam, try tonight. When Heather's asleep, try and dock your dick in her ear and see what happens.
I've already done that. I didn't freeze time.
Yeah.
So you'd freeze time with your superpower, but you would just do it for extra sleep. Nah.
Yeah, that's it, basically.
Sounds
That's the top and bottom of it. That's about as exciting as I get. What about you? What would you do?
I'll probably be able to go invisible. And I would probably just, like when people are having like arguments and anywhere, like say someone's having an argument in the street or in a house and that, I'd like just go in between the argument and just fart just to stop the argument and that. What a superhero. And then just start laughing. Oh, what the fuck's that smell in that? And then it diffuses the argument.
Oh, so you're like, you are true
you
hero.
know what I mean?
Diffuse it. But what about the sound though? Who would get the blame for the sound?
No, they would laugh. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
and then it would
that is
diffuse the
true.
argument.
That's true.
Yeah, anyway, imagine being in the middle of like the Houses of Parliament and they're giving a speech and then you just go up next to the guy and just fart.
Into the mic.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says, like, it's always the funniest thing in the world is flatulence. It's farting. It's the international joke that everyone gets. It's just, it knows no boundaries of like language or anything like that. If somebody farts at the most unopportune moment, like it's just the worst time to do it, and they just drop it.
And do you know what it is? I'm going to put the onus onto the people who go, oh, you're dead immature, all the people who do that fart jokes and doing stuff. No, I'm going to put it on you. If you don't laugh at that, there's something fucking wrong with you. Because it's fucking funny and stupid.
I get wrong all the time because I make farting an event in my house. So like,
So
if
do
I've
I.
got a fart, I don't
We
just
all
drop
do.
it. I like do a stance. I like jump. I'll like hang off the door frame like or something and do a fart. And now
So
my
do I.
son does it. So he'll just like run across the room and he'll just like go like jump in the end, do like fart attacks and that. And the missus is just like, see, this is what you're teaching him. He's gonna go to school and be like farting in the classroom.
I'm like,
it's
yeah,
not like-
he's going to be funny
He's
as
going to
fuck
get
at
made
school.
for this, man. Well, there's that thing, isn't it, on Alexa where you can get it to fart. Have you seen that? Have you got Alexa?
No.
Was that meant to be a fart?
That was a fart.
Adam did like a little airy fart there, and it was rubbish. It was like
It
a
was
sit
really
down
good.
wee.
You'll hear it
was
on mine.
I couldn't hear it. Was it really good? We'll see. We might have to superimpose one in, but I've got a feeling it's just going to be a bit too airy and a bit too light. It's like a little old woman's fart.
Little old woman.
So that sounds like a great idea, Adam, to do like a little book about farts. And as I was saying, there's a thing on Alexa, which is like obviously an Amazon product which will listen to all the conversations and play them to some like yank who's gonna listen in on all your conversations.
That's
and,
why I don't have it.
Sell your stuff for advertising. Anyway, the fun part of it is the fact that you can say, Alexa, play the fart song, or Alexa, do some fart, and she'll just go through. This is a squeaky fart,
Does she?
this is a wet one.
No
This is
way.
like an air. Oh, she does, and she does loads, and it's like this is like an airy, heavy one. This is a beery, crisp one, and there's just loads. It's pretty funny, like for the first time you hear it, but then when you're like 6-year-old does it every morning, you're just like, where's the fucking screwdriver so I can take the fuse out of this thing? Yeah. So no, but it's good crack. So I would get one just for that and then turn it off.
Turn it off.
Actually, do you know what it is? I've just thought of imagine this as a superpower. When you get locked up, if you can get one of the policemen to dock with you, you can just get out of jail free. That's it. Imagine if that was the golden rule. They were like, we kind of tell people, lads. We kind of tell people, so can you keep it on the down low? And that, I can't believe you mentioned it on the podcast. But look, when we get punters in and we've got them in the cells and that, if they say, look, I'm sorry, like that I total like blew that house up or whatever. Like if I dock now, will you let us out? And they go, all right then, quickly get your flight. That's it. They're out the door. I think that's where we'll end this podcast, just on criminals docking with police officers.
Oh, does it work if you dock with an animal?
Well, I thought you docked with a blue Peter dog. That's what I was saying before.
Oh,
You were docking with a blue Peter
that's
dog.
fucking rough. That like.
I can imagine you. Like I've taught him to stand on his back
You
legs.
can imagine me, you fucking weirdo.
He's standing on his back legs. Come on then. Come over here, boy. That's it. Walk forward. Oh, that's it. We've docked. I reckon that's how the universe was created, actually.
What?
That's how literally that was the Big Bang. Just like a man docking with a dog. There's like a light, like electricity and stuff going on, like beginning of humanity. All it took was Adam to dock with a dog, not you, as in Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Well, that's where I got my name from. That's why my mum and dad went, whoa, he loves docking him, like when I call him Adam.
He loves dogs and he loves docking.
Oh.
We're good to go. So
why
there
do
we
people
go.
listen
I
to
hope you've
this?
enjoyed. I don't know, but listen, people are listening. People haven't clicked on yet that you're fucking weird, and I'm just going along with it. But that's it. So it's been a pleasure to have another podcast.
Yeah, it has. It's
Hopefully
been good.
we can keep doing this through the lockdown, because we've been doing it every week now, and it's. I'll
Just
be
keep
honest with you, Adam,
following.
it's getting a bit painful.
It is.
It's getting a bit painful having to listen to your crack every week.
Nah. It's the only thing that gets us through. Sometimes
Yeah,
I just
no,
think
it
I'm
is.
locked in a room and I don't know who I'm talking to, and then I realise I'm just doing a podcast. No, but keep following, and Adam underscore Norm Instagram, on Twitter.
Yeah, just follow it and leave a review.
Yeah, reviews are coming
Leave
in.
a review. People are leaving reviews, and they're really nice. There's some really nice ones, and just keep leaving them, and give them 5 stars if you can. If you think it's worth it, and keep listening, like keep tuning in. Otherwise, we'll just stop making them.
So there's quite a lot of people listening, though.
Tell your animals, if you've got animals, we've included dogs and tigers and all sorts of animals in this one, parrots. So, sit and listen
It's
with
not
your
just
pets.
for everyone. We've got interesting facts, like you said. We've got stuff about animals.
Yeah.
Weird stuff what Norm talks about. We've got loads of
Bite
like
a
good
grow.
issues that I talk about, like serious stuff. We've got
Yeah,
fart
like fucking the
jokes
Blue Peter
in.
dog.
So,
Yeah. Right, well, there we go. Happy days. It's been a pleasure. I think we should end it on... I want to end it on... can you remember the Golden Girls?
Yeah, Blanche.
Right, let's end it on the Golden Girls song. It used to go, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. If I had a party, invited everyone I knew. We would ask you to dock with a dog. Thank you for docking with dogs.
I don't even know it was a
There you
tune.
go.
Sounds good. Excellent.
See you later.
Right, see you later.